For World Archery, we've helped them to reimagine how they think about how they present their sport. When we started working with World Archery, it was very much about how can we start to create content where the audience of today, the Gen Zs, the Gen Alphas even, are reaching into that content, but it's about making it an active conversation where the fans and the audience actually feel part of the content that's being created.
What we did was design a first of its kind watch along for World Archery,
which was sort of for the more engaged archery viewer, sort of adding a new dimension to all of the coverage for that season. So we did sort of a classic L bar, we had score bug, and sort of some fixtures and some results and spaces for adverts.
The major challenge going into phase 2 is rehauling the existing scoring workflow.
We have now moved over to their world feed, which is sort of the main footage from all of the archery events that are happening. And instead of just sort of going in and replacing their sort of older graphics with like a new, fresh look and feel, we're actually sort of answering more of a challenge with like where they want to take archery and how they kind of engage the more casual fan, like people who might not be as well versed in how the scoring of archery works.
Can you explain how archery scoring works?
I can't remember exactly how they differ. She's smarter than me. She's smarter than me.
Yeah, so the complication with archery is that there's two different rule sets. There's compound, which is the cumulative score of either the athlete or the team throughout the match. And then there's recurve, which is split into smaller sets. And each set is like a kind of mini match in itself. And then within that, you've also got individuals, teams, mixed teams. And each of those creates like a different dynamic in the scoring of the matches. So it's like, if you're coming into it as a fan that doesn't know all of those rules, like it can be quite confusing.
We make the scoring understandable to take into account whether it's an individual format for recurve or compound, or whether it's a team format for recurve or compound, and put that out into a workflow and a graphic that makes sense.
Another thing that we've done at the same time as sort of creating this new score bug is that we've created like social safe zones for it. So whereas before they had everything running along sort of the bottom left corner across the bottom of the screen, we've now put everything within a 1x1 sort of square in the middle. So when they're clipping stuff for Facebook, that score bug doesn't get cut off. So it's just sort of modernising things in that way as well.
So the idea now is for World Archery to use our existing workflow and us to design a graphic and also a user experience which not only complements the producer but also makes it easier for an end user to understand.
Yeah, we've sort of redeveloped the whole concept of their score bug to try and take it in that new direction for them.
The whole point is that somebody who knows nothing about archery and is watching it for the first time could watch the content and understand straight away at a glance who's winning at the point of that specific match.
Yeah, so this represents really like what is the sort of the magic of display, is that we're not just here to put your graphics on screen or like redesign your existing graphics in a new set of colours and fonts. Like we kind of listen to what the customer wants, finding the best way to communicate with their audience and their community to like sort of take something like, I want to demystify the rules around my sport and take the sort of, you know, the knowledge that they have and the goals that they have and find like sort of the best way to solve that within like, whether in this case it's graphics, and a new sort of logic to how we build the scoring system. And so it's like that kind of combination of skill sets, like we can bring the solution to their problem.
It's far more in-depth in terms of its analysis, far more detail in terms of how things are explained, so the audience truly understands what that sport's about. But the main part about that is kind of like they listen to the fans and the audience, and ultimately they're giving them what they want.